250 Gemstones culture represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. We are more than journalism. We are a revolution. Come on, let's kick this door down and let everybody know we up in here. Welcome to the 250 Gemstones Culture channel. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, pass me around, Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you'd like to support the channel. Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We gotta talk about this one. It is illegal to get sick in America now. Did y'all know in some states that it's illegal to panhandle, to beg for money? It's even, in some states, it's illegal to give homeless people money. Now, people are getting criminalized for having HIV. This is according to statline.org, if you guys want to check out the article. HIV is no longer a death sentence, but states still have laws targeting people who live with it. Critics say these laws have become another tool to criminalize Black people, LGBTQ, and people who are sex workers. The morning of February 4th, 2007 started off like any other for the 25-year-old Lashondra Salinas. She got up and made the 20-minute commute to her job as a front desk clerk at a Nashville hotel where she greeted guests and checked them in. Hours later, her life changed. Salinas was speaking with a customer when two police officers walked into the hotel lobby. They said that they were looking for Lashondra Salinas. She told the 19th. At the time, her father was hospitalized with brain cancer. She initially feared he had passed away. It was a type of feeling where your stomach goes up into your heart. I remember thinking, oh my God, this is it. But it was something totally different. So the police came in, she's at work at the hotel, and the police come in and she's thinking that they have some bad news about her father because her father had brain cancer. But it was something totally different. The officers informed Salinas that they had a warrant for her arrest. Her ex-boyfriend had filed a report alleging that Salinas exposed him to HIV without sharing that she is positive for the virus. She was arrested and detained on a $100,000 bond for criminal exposure to HIV, a Class C felony in Tennessee that is punishable by 3 to 15 years in prison and up to $100,000 in fines. Salinas, who maintains that her ex's allegation is false, agreed to a plea deal that gave her 3 years probation. She was released from custody on March 26th. Her father passed away while she was incarcerated. Damn. Salinas later learned that in addition to a felony conviction, she also had to join Tennessee's sex offender registry, a reality that affected every aspect of her life. 17 years later, Tennessee is facing mounting pressure and 2 federal lawsuits calling for reform to its HIV criminalization laws. The attention on Tennessee underscores a nationwide effort. 34 states have laws that criminalize people living with HIV in some capacity, and policies that largely arose in the 1980s and 90s, driven by fear of homophobia and a lack of medical answers. But significant advancements in HIV treatment have drastically changed a person's health outlook. Over the years, critics say that these laws have become another tool to criminalize Black. Let's write that in the beginning. It would be healthy for folks to realize that criminalization is not an effective public health response to these type of public threats. This is Michael Elizabeth. Michael Elizabeth, what kind of name is that? The public health policy strategist at Equality Federation. Our response to HIV can oftentimes be from a place of fear, as opposed to a place of actual providing public health solutions to reduce transmission rates within our communities. The first confirmed cases of AIDS in the United States occurred among a group of queer men in Los Angeles in 1981. The rapid spread among other gay and bisexual men fueled existing homophobia, deepening the marginalization of LGBTQ plus people. If you guys want to read the rest of this article, once again, is stateline.com. Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 gemstones culture commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. I think the person that, the first thing I want to point out is that how can you prove the 34 states that are criminalizing people who have HIV, how can you prove that I gave it to this girl? It's word for word. Now, I guess they can go by social media. Do you guys have pictures together? A lot of couples don't take pictures on social media. Like say if I gave it to a girl and she's saying I'm the one who gave it to her. Well, first I'll have to get tested to see if I even have it, because I know who I've been with, and if I only been with her, how can I give it to you? So the people that's claiming, like this girl claiming I gave it to her, like, okay, but I'm denying it. So the judge would be like, were you guys, the bottom line is, were you guys together as boyfriend and girlfriend? There's no proof of that, right? The only way you can really prove that somebody is together if they're married. The only way you can prove they're engaged or married, because everybody can see the ring. There's proof. Oh yeah, we are together. But if you just shacking up, there is no proof. There's no proof for me that I gave it to this girl. It's he say, she say. He say, she say. Like I said, I'm saying I bring up social media because maybe in social media they can put pictures together. They see me and her hugging. They see me and her kissing, or they see me and her out. But even then, that doesn't mean we have sex. So I'm curious to know, how did they actually know that the person being accused of spreading is actually spreading it, or deliberately spreading it? Now, in these laws, let's just say I did have it and I gave it to her. How is that a crime? See, they criminalizing people because I guess they're looking at it like we're all adults and we should be getting tested. Well, you got to pay for those tests. If you want a whole blood test, them tests cost money. And if it's going to be a new thing to where it's mandatory that everyone gets tested, then government should pay for it. State, local, state, and federal government should pay for these testings, and it should be free. How about that? Notice how when they trying to make everything, trying to push society to do the right thing, they don't want to contribute financially. It costs money to do those tests. I mean, what's called a 10-panel test. Do all your blood work. See, they're going to do some blood work to see what's going on with you. It costs money. So, by it costing money, to stop people from doing this, it should be free. Everybody should be able to get checked out. Now, another thing, they're saying that this guy claimed that Lashondra Salinas, now she has a black name. Lashondra is a black name. Salinas is a Mexican, so I think she's a mix. So he's saying that Lashondra gave it to her, and it's 3 to 15 years and a $10,000 fine. It's a $10,000 fine because she gave this virus to this man, her ex-boyfriend. So if he's an ex-boyfriend, another thing I want to point out, how did the judge know that it was Lashondra? It could have been somebody else. They already broken up. Now, they don't say how long they were broken up. 26. Yeah, it doesn't say. Now, there are some details missing because 2007. So she got arrested in 2007, but it doesn't say how long she's been broken up. How you gonna pin the HIV on me if I'm Lashondra? How Lashondra get pinched for this crime if that's her ex? Her ex-boyfriend could have been with somebody else in that time period. It don't take long to get some booty. It doesn't take long to get some booty. So how did the judge determine that it was Lashondra if that's her ex? Now I can kind of see if they were still together, you know. But even then, so this whole locking up people, they're locking up people for being irresponsible, having unprotected sex. So now it's a crime to have unprotected sex. That's essentially what this crime bill is about. Unprotected sex. Now, if that's the case, then what about all the other viruses, warts, crabs, all this gonorrhea, all this other stuff? I mean, it's not life-threatening, but it does affect a person's life. So there's many ways to go about this. That's her ex-boyfriend. I don't know how she got pinched for this, but it's all to fill them prisons. Prisons making money off this bill. Of them 34 states, prisons making big money off this deal. So I don't specifically understand how the judge determined this. Now, the LGBT and the black community, this is another thing that this article is written by a person who's, so this is Michael Elizabeth, and that is a feminine name to begin with. Michael Elizabeth. So that's a feminine name, and his perspective is that it sounds like he's black or part of the LGBT, and he's going to defend LGBT. And first, I'm not understanding. HIV is black and homosexuals are not the only ones who have HIV. HIV is everywhere. HIV is everywhere. How in the hell does HIV go this? Because nobody was talking about HIV for the longest. We have all kinds of other stuff going on. Now it reappears, and it only reappears in the black community and the LGBTQ community. I never agree with those statistics. Only blacks are getting it. So if black men are the most desired man, how is it that other cultures are not getting it? Asian women are sleeping with black men. White women are sleeping with black men. Latino women have always slept with black men. Hundreds of thousands of Latino women have got their backs blown out by that mandingo. So if the black people are the only ones getting it, that means other cultures should be getting it because they're sleeping with the tainted group, which is the black people. If black people are the only ones that's getting it, we're the only ones getting blood pressure, heart disease, we're more likely to get this, we're more likely to get that. So if we disease riddle, because a lot of these articles are written by racists, people who believe in evolution. They believe black people are sick in the mind, they believe they're sick in health, when we all know we are genetically superior to other races. If you take the average black man who's in good shape, average Asian, now Asians are getting taller, but the ones over here, because of the food, make people grow bigger over here. But if you take an African from Africa and an Asian, they're far bigger in most instances. But even in America, the genetics of black men, stronger, faster. So they're always trying to paint a picture like we're just healthy, or we're mentally unhealthy, we're spiritually unhealthy, we're the most violent. A lot of these statistics are written by people who hate black folks. Now, there is some truth to what this man is saying, but the LGBT, another thing, I don't know why they're putting blacks with LGBT, we're different. Because most black people don't even believe in that lifestyle. Now, they say the first AIDS case in America was in Los Angeles, and it was by a bunch of queer men. Doing my research, a man taking it up or putting it in another man's backside is diseases from the feces. It's a very gross act. It's a demonic act. For those of you that believe it's a demonic act, it's an abomination. So this all stems from the Bible. You opening yourself up to a spiritual demonic act, man-on-man action, and you're opening up yourself to diseases because you're putting your thing where it don't belong. You putting it in fecal matter. You putting your stuff in fecal matter because they're having sex unprotected. You going up in another man's backside is absolutely gross, right? So I didn't see in this article where they said wrap it up. I didn't see whatever your preferences, wrap it up. So it's quite interesting, but I don't understand what homophobia has to do with catching AIDS. Because this is where Michael Elizabeth is being dishonest. AIDS, the rampant AIDS most of the cases come from not black people, the LGBT community, because like I just described, when a man does that to another man unprotected, he's putting his stuff in fecal matter. So the fecal matter goes through the urethra in the eggplant. Man puts it in, the disease travels through the penis. It travels through the penis and it spreads throughout the body. It's quite gross. So he's lying when he's shaming people who are disagreeing with his lifestyle. He wants people to accept his lifestyle even though it has deadly consequences. Notice in all the HIV commercials is people from the LGBTQ. Most of the commercials, for the HIV treatment commercials, it's notice how it's 2 men on there, because homosexual men are spreading it. The LGBTQ, they're pushing man on man love, they're pushing all this stuff, and that's where it's stemming from. It's coming from that. It's coming from that. So if it's coming from that, why is he shaming people for addressing the root cause? Call them homophobia. You're homophobic if you are addressing the root cause of this thing. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about this? People are getting locked up, whether knowingly or unknowingly, having HIV in 34 states. 250 capital G. I'm gone.